Hello everyone, I am Bindu and I welcome you to this program regarding Vedic Astrology. And in today's program, we'll be understanding various matters related to Vedic Astrology from Mr. Shinde, who is a Vedic Astrology practitioner in Bangalore since 12 years. So, hello Mr. Shinde.
Namaste, madam. Hello.
So, to begin with, Mr. Shinde, despite the fact that you have given adequate details regarding your Vedic astrology on your YouTube channel, I would like to once again hear about the basic details regarding your astrology practice.
Okay, please go ahead. Let me know what you want to know.
What is Vedic astrology?
Vedic astrology is an occult science subject which involves the reading and analysis of the horoscope. The horoscope, which is otherwise referred to as Jataka or a Kundli in various other Indian languages. The horoscope involves 9 planets, 12 houses, 27 Nakshatras, and various other astrological principles, criteria, and concepts that are used to read a person's destiny on all matters of his life, like education, family problems, court cases, profession, career, health, children, marriage, etc.
Since how many years are you in the domain of Vedic astrology?
I am involved in this Vedic astrology practice since more than 12 years. Yes.
Where is our office located?
My office is located in the central area of Bangalore for in-person consultation or face-to-face consultation.
Do you also provide offline or online consultation?
Yes, I provide online consultation because I have clients not just in Bangalore, but I have clients who are outside Bangalore in various other parts of India like Maharashtra or somewhere in New Delhi or somewhere in Uttar Pradesh or somewhere in Tamil Nadu. So for these clients, I offer consultation via the online means. In addition to my clients outside Bangalore, I have clients also outside India in countries like USA, UK, Australia, and they can't be present in my office for a face-to-face consultation. I therefore offer them via the online means.
We believe that the concept of Vedic astrology is strongly connected to destiny.
Yeah.
So, what made you start believing in destiny?
See, in my growing years, I observed one thing, that there are so many variations in the society, especially the human society. And these variations pertain to education, profession, career, everybody's unique personality, every family problems, the way people look, the way people talk, their talents, the way they suffer. Some people go through struggles in life, some people don't go through struggles in life. So you have so many different kinds of people on this earth, the variation in the human society, and you also have variation in situations in this world. Like, there are difficult situations in this world, there are moderately difficult situations in this world, there are normal situations in this world. There are some people going through a bad situation, some people going through a good situation, some people going through a very struggle-oriented situation. So when I see these variations in different people and I see variations in different situations in the human community, I started believing in the concept of destiny as I realized that there must be some supernatural force which can't be seen, which is above us, which is creating these variations in the society. And thereby, I came to a very strong conclusion, it necessarily has to be destiny. Every person has a destiny and therefore everybody is different in this world with different situations.
So, well, if you're talking about different variations in the human society with matters related to education or family, profession, etc. So, let me ask you in more detail how variations in the human society on various matters led to you believing in destiny.
Okay.
So, give us few more examples regarding variations in education.
You see, let us talk about the variations in education. Okay. There are some people who are good at studies. There are some people who are not good at studies. There are some people who really want to achieve academic excellence in whatever field or domain they prefer, but they don't get the opportunity. There are some people who get the opportunity to go abroad and study. There are some people who don't get the opportunity to go abroad and study. There are some people who get the opportunity to study in good schools and in good colleges and prominent universities and colleges. There are some people who don't get that opportunity. There are some people who get an opportunity to study in good universities and institutions, but then they are not good at studies. Further, let me explain you this with a few more examples. There are some people who do not like the subject of mathematics. They are not very comfortable. They like languages, or they like history, geography, English, so on and so forth. There are some people who get attracted or appealed towards the field of commerce. There are some people who get appealed by the domain of armed forces, making a career in armed forces. So as a result of that, you will see that there are so many variations in matters related to education. You see, so these variations in education is what compelled me to believe in destiny again.
Can you explain further about? Can you give few more examples on the matters relating to profession?
Profession and career, or profession and career is what that you are asking in general, isn't it? See, if you look at the variations in matters pertinent to a career and profession, there are a lot of people who do very well in their career. There are some people who don't do well in their career. There are some people who remain unemployed for a very long time. There are some people who don't grow in their career. There are some people who grow initially to a very appreciable extent and then their decline begins to start. And there are some people who choose the career of commerce. There are some people who choose the career of science and technology. There are some people who choose the career of government services. Some might also choose the career of arts, the field of arts, that is drawing, sketching, dancing, music. Some people may like to be entrepreneurs and they may never become employees as such. So why is it that these variations are there in matters related to career and profession on a very large scale? There are so many domains, there are so many fields where you can make a career. There are some people who do well in this domain, who don't do well in that domain. There are some people who succeed really well. So as a result of these variations, naturally compelled me to believe in the concept of destiny, if you look at these variations from the perspective of career and profession.
Give us a few more examples on the matters relating to personalities.
Well, variations related to personalities of people. You will see some people are introverts. You will see some people are extroverts. You will see that some people are moderately introvert, moderately extrovert. You will find that some people are extremely good-hearted. You will find that some people are vicious. You will find that some people have very good interpersonal skills. You will find that some people are depressed, lonely, unhappy, in their own world. There are some people who are always giggling, who are laughing, who are always overjoyed. In whatever, overall, generally speaking, when you look at all these variations in personalities, like one more thing, one more example, there are some people who are very aggressive. There are some people who are very submissive. So, you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So when you see these variations in personalities of people, this again compelled me to believe in the concept of destiny.
And can you give us examples related to matters related to talents?
Well, again, these variations are somewhere connected with education and profession and career, but I will still elaborate on this. See, some people are very good at drawing and sketching. Some people are good at singing. There are some people who are good at sports. Now, if somebody really does not have the talent to sing, how much ever you train them to become a good singer, they can actually not reach that qualitative expected level. If you push or compel somebody in the field of sports and give them a lot of training to become a good cricketer, let us say a batsman. If there is no inbuilt talent or there is no inbuilt inclination and motivation, the person, despite how much ever training to be a best batsman, can still never become a very good batsman. The same thing applies elsewhere as such. There are some people who are very good orators, they don't have any stage fear. There are some people who are very dynamic as such. Being dynamic also is a talent in a particular way. They have leadership qualities, to lead people in organizations or even in society. So, talents. So, this is what we were talking about talents. When we see variations in talents like this, it is natural that somewhere the concept of destiny is applicable as per my view.
Give us a few more examples regarding the matters pertaining to financial status.
Financial status variations are very easy to understand and visible to any common man. There are some people who are rich, there are some people who are poor, there are some people who are moderately rich, there are some people who are moderately poor. There are some people with a lot of properties and a lot of assets. There are some people with just enough for day-to-day existence and probably a little more saving for children's education and other unexpected expenditures that can come their way. You will see a lot of people who have lost a lot of money in life due to liabilities. You will see a lot of people who have lost all their money in business. And if you go anywhere around the city, you see there is so much variation in the financial status of every individual in terms of his income, expenditure, lifestyle. So, again, these variations clearly indicate that the concept of destiny is somewhere applicable, because why should so many variations in the financial status should be there?
Can you give us few examples related to matters related to family problems?
As far as variations in family problems are concerned, you see, there are people who are born in wealthy families. Right since their childhood, their parents provide them the best of the luxuries and best of the facilities. There is no shortage of money at home to lead a comfortable life. There are some people who come from not very well-to-do families. The parents find it so very difficult to arrange money to get their children educated. They can't afford luxuries. They don't have a car. They don't have best automobiles. They don't have very good houses. And there are some families, where the father could be an alcoholic, creating a lot of distortion in the harmony of the house. There could be another family where the parents are very normal. There is no alcoholic in the house, and the children don't go through the trauma because of somebody being alcoholic in the house. And you will also see some families where somebody has lost his or her father, somebody has lost his or her mother, and they are children of a single parent who is looking after them. And there are cultures also which vary from family to family, creating different problems. All this is an indication of destiny. These variations in family problems is also an indication of destiny.
Thank you. So, what was your background before getting into this astrology practice?
I hold academic qualifications in engineering and business administration and postgraduate diploma in counseling and family therapy. Prior to me getting into the astrology practice, I spent more than 20 years in the private industry, 20 years in the IT related industry, and 4 years in the non-IT industry. I have also lived and worked outside India, in the US and in the Middle East. And so this has been my background prior to me coming into the domain of astrology, where I am now in a full-fledged manner involved only in this practice.
Why did you give up your career as a private sector employee and get into this astrology practice?
See, way back, I'm talking about many years ago. Firstly, the variations in the society that we talked about a little while ago compelled me to believe in the concept of destiny. And I started very strongly believing in the fact that these variations in the society on all matters that a human man can encounter is controlled by some supernatural power. But I did not have an exact explanation to all that at that particular point of time. I remember in those days, I would see a lot of people consulting some very, very competent astrologers. And I too, at some point of time, consulted some competent astrologers on some very difficult situations and matters in my life. I was very impressed with the reading and the prediction of these competent astrologers, not just with matters of my life, but also the matters of other people whom I know in my social circuit who solicited these the consultation of this astrologers. And I somewhere started believing that Vedic astrology is a great subject that evolved during the Vedic era. And many years ago, let us say about 15 years ago, a very great astrologer in Bangalore suggested to me that you should start studying astrology and one day you will make a good career out of it. And this is a conclusion that he drew after reading my horoscope. And then out of some situation, I started studying the subject of astrology. But at that point of time, it was only a hobby. Astrology was only a hobby. And because I was employed in the private sector. But over a period of time, the hobby suddenly transformed unexpectedly and accidentally into a full-fledged practice. And this is how I came into the domain of Vedic astrology practice full-time.
Do you like being as an astrologer or working in a private sector?
See, at that point of time, many years ago, I liked being in the private sector. I really enjoyed it. It was challenging, there were a lot of things to learn. And at that point of time, I never thought that I will ever come into this astrology practice. But today, now that I am here in this astrology practice, at this juncture of my life, I really like this practice indeed really well, because it is through this practice that you can actually render great services to the human community. See, there are a lot of problems in the human society. There are a variety of problems. There are so many difficult situations. There are weird circumstances. People are just not able to talk about it. People are trying to find answers. And today, when I interact with people, this Vedic astrology practice of mine, not just mine, but of any other competent astrologer, is actually helping people in their problems from various perspectives. It's very difficult for me to explain, but it is helping them.
Okay. So in today's world, where there is immense growth in science and technology and further globalization, do you think that people believe in destiny and go to astrologers to find solutions to their problems?
See, largely in the Indian society, majority of the Indian society, right from the time Vedic astrology has been in this Indian society, believed in the concept of astrology. Somewhere in the 90s, when globalization started setting in and advancement of science and technology was very visible, the generation that was in the 90s started developing a scientific temperament and did not incline too much towards astrology, because the complexion of the world changed with globalization and advancement of science and technology. People started taking up good jobs, people started getting paid high salaries, they achieved senior positions at a very young age, they got to travel abroad. So people actually felt in the 90s, or let us say in the 2000, that particular 2000 to 2010, or let us say 2010 to 2020, people felt that everything is achievable, everything is in our hands. We've seen a lot of success right from the time we've come out of college. We've landed up with MNC jobs, we've got to travel, we've seen big money, things like that. So they didn't actually incline at that point of time. But over a period of time, they realized that despite a lot of money, success, science, technology, advancement, globalization, a lot of problems they had to face consistently or at different points of time in their life, which they really could not manage or they really could not understand. And they realized that though we've seen success and money at a particular stage in our life, and there were not many problems at that point of time, but life cannot always be problem free. And therefore, a lot of people after a certain point of time started going back to astrology, believing in destiny. They also started going back to yoga. They started going back to Ayurveda. The reason is, the main key reason is, globalization, advancement of science and technology has given a lot of things. But at the same time, it has also brought in a lot of problems to a lot of people, however successful or happy they may look from outside.
And why should a common man in any part of the world believe in destiny?
There is no compulsion in the world, scientifically or legally, that any common human being should believe in destiny or should believe in Vedic astrology. It is at their subjective judgment or it is their subjective opinion. So, there is actually no reason for or compulsion for anybody to believe, but people who believe will believe, and people who will believe that there is something known as destiny, and then the answers to destiny is astrology, whether it is Indian astrology, Vedic astrology, European astrology, Western astrology. We'll go and try to find answers from competent astrologers practicing in those respective domains. As simple as it isn't. But one thing I've also seen in my experience, there are a lot of people, or majority of the people on this earth, not necessarily they may be my clients, I'm talking also about people in my social circuit. Somewhere at some point of time, they realize or they arrive at the strong conclusion that there are a lot of things in their lives which are not in their control. A lot of things happen unexpectedly. Good things, bad things, moderately, a combination of good things and bad things happen. And somewhere they may not be able to exactly articulate and verbalize, but they express that there is somewhere a concept of destiny in their own words.
So, even if someone believes in destiny, why should a person believe that Vedic astrology can predict destiny?
See, Vedic astrology is a subject that evolved during the Vedic era, which is about 5,000 years ago, during the Vedic period. During the Vedic period, there were great sages who were great astronomers, were great mathematicians, they were great scientists, and they dedicated their entire life in studying the connection between cosmic energy, the connection of cosmic energy and the effect of cosmic energy on human life. And they also were surprised with the fact that cosmic energies play on this earth create variations in the society. And they did not come up with this subject for entertainment. They truly believed in it. And in 5,000 years, a large number of people, not just in the Indian civilization, but across various other civilizations on this earth, have solicited the opinion of competent astrologers in their region, and a lot of things have come to be true from an astrology practice. Destinies have been well predicted. Good situations have been well predicted. Bad situations have been well predicted. So, Vedic astrology is something that people believed also when they tried and tested it. It was not thrust upon a lot of people. Even today, people believe in Vedic astrology when they start trying and testing Vedic astrology when different difficult situations they encounter.
So, what is the basic principle of Vedic astrology that makes it responsible for prediction of a person's destiny?
The basic essence of Vedic astrology is that there are cosmic energies in the universe. We call it Prakriti, we call it Srishti. These are powerful cosmic energies. These cosmic energies have an effect on every individual human being on this horoscope and every community of people. And these cosmic energies cause great variations in the society. The variations that we spoke a little while ago, variations pertinent to education, family problems, unique personalities, what are the things, talents, and things like that. And these cosmic energies are somewhere connected with the planets and the constellations of stars in the universe, and many other heavenly bodies. So it is the study of these cosmic energies through these constellation of stars and through the various planets that an astrologer studies and reads a person's horoscope or reads his destiny and predicts and forecasts various good and bad situations in the person's life.
So, what is palmistry, and are you involved in the practice of palmistry?
Well, I am not involved in the practice of palmistry. Palmistry is reading the destiny of any human being based on the lines that you see on a person's palms. That is a subject connected to astrology, but the practice has a different approach. However, I am not connected with palmistry because I find that Vedic astrology is far more superior than palmistry and can give greater details or details at a wider length, a wider length, and to more intricate levels on the destiny of any person.
What is Vastu, and are you involved in the practice of Vastu?
Vastu is somewhere connected with Vedic astrology, or is a subject related to occult science. Vastu is the study of how the influence of various cosmic energies are on any facility. Facility here when we talk about facility here, it refers to civil structure. Civil structure in the sense office complex, your residential house, your apartment, your manufacturing industry. You got it, what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes.
Vastu says that there are some cosmic energies in this region of this facility which are stronger, in this particular region or area of that facility are weaker, or they are moderately stronger and weaker in this part or portion of the facility. And therefore, an office or a house should be designed in such a way that the bedroom should be closer to a cosmic energy which is connected to a peaceful sleep here. A study room should be probably this area of the house where cosmic energies related to education are very strongly positioned here. And you should place the kitchen a little away from here because there might be a negative cosmic energy that might be under influence in this area, so the kitchen should be probably shifted there. So this is about the interiors and the building of civil structure, but I am not involved in Vastu as such. I have some fair idea about it, however.
What is numerology, and do you also practice numerology?
Numerology I practice to a fair extent because Vedic astrology believes that directions, colors, and numbers and certain figures have a spiritual significance, or they are connected with every cosmic energy. As far as numerology is concerned, numerology believes that every number signifies a cosmic energy, or every number is connected with various matters related to your destiny. So it is the understanding of these numbers, the usage of these numbers, and the application of the numbers in improving the quality of various cosmic energies connected with your destiny at various fronts. This is what the subject of numerology is.
So, thank you, Mr. Shinde, for sharing your knowledge, and it was certainly a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Namaste, madam. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you as well.